Summer's full of great vegetables, and one of them is white corn. It is full-blown at the store right now. This is a grilled corn salad with feta cheese and little grape tomatoes. You're gonna love it. Let's get cooking with style. I'm using white corn. You really need to use the white corn because it's got a much more tender little skin around the corn kernels. And if there's a little bit of silk on it, don't worry about that. We're gonna take about a tablespoon of olive oil and I'm gonna just drizzle it over the top. There's no rhyme nor reason to how it goes down first. A healthy pinch of salt over all of them. And then this is up to you how much pepper. I usually put about 4 or 5 good twists, okay? And then now you just kind of roll this around a little bit just to coat the oil over the kernels as best you can. Whatever method you want to use is going to work. And like I said, the little bit of silk on there, it's not a problem at all. Corn's coming into season right now, so it's a perfect time. And I've got my grill on a medium-high heat. We're not going to cook these too much because we still want the kernels of the corn to be a little bit raw on the inside. We're going to cook these about a minute or two and then turn them. So while I do that, I'm going to start prepping some other things and get it ready. We'll watch our corn while that's happening. The ingredients are really simple. We're going to use some fresh basil. We're going to take maybe 4 or 5 tops here, depending on how bushy they are. And I like to do this just before I'm ready to make the dressing because I want these to be really fresh. And they don't have to be really, really fine. So just kind of roll it up and give it a medium coarse chop. And we'll chop this up and then that'll get the start to our dressing. And our dressing is really simple. The simpleness of this dressing is this. We're going to take some olive oil, about a 1/4 cup, and then we're going to take about 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, and then again a heavy shot of salt and 4 or 5 turns of the pepper, and we'll whisk that up. And this will be ready to go. We'll put the basil in just before we make the salad. Let's give those a nice little turn. Look at that, nice little char on that corn there. That's exactly what we're looking for. It's okay that these aren't as charred because we want the kernels to be a little tender on the inside. Corn's ready to come off the grill. We're gonna need all the space we can get on this cutting board. So let's get that in there. Pull our corn, and as you can see, a nice little char on all of them there, but not all the way around. And now this is where it's gonna get a little messy. So you gotta kind of bear with me here. And remember, these are really hot. They've just come off the grill. So hold them with a little towel and then just run your knife down like this. And you see what I mean by messy? So you get the idea. Yeah, they are messy, huh? So while I get the rest of these trimmed up, we'll get everything ready to make the salad. So I've got all my corn cut and put in here, and as I told you, it was messy. The final ingredients, some scallions or green onions, and I cut all of the whites into the light greens, but save this part. I guarantee you we'll be able to use it somewhere else. And we'll put our little tomatoes in there. I like those little grape tomatoes. And I'm gonna put this feta cheese on at the end because of the contrast of the color. So I've got my balsamic olive oil dressing in there. Give this a light, gentle toss. Don't over mix it because we don't want to start breaking things apart. Just get everything to fold in there nicely. And then for me, I'm always about presentation. So we'll get this into our bowl here, being mindful not to get it all on the sides. Watch, I'll get it on the sides, but hopefully it'll stay all right there in the center. And this is really, I like to serve this right away so the corn is still a little bit warm. And then you take that feta cheese and you just sprinkle it over the top. And man, does that look good. I'm telling you what, a grilled corn salad, no one has served this up to you before. And once you do, you're not gonna want it any other way. If you'd like this recipe, go to cbsa.com/recipes. That's Cooking with Styles, Casual Elegance.